got a copper tube here. This is 1.25 inches. I've attached it to a HMH tube fly tool, which is simple. Just loosen this brass knob at the bottom here. It's a fine tube, it slips in, tighten it up, it comes onto the top. Doesn't pull out, solid. One of the best holders you could buy. Now, the area that it's holding is where I'm going to put the sleeve. Small plastic sleeve which will help hold the treble straight or double or whatever you want to use. That's why the tubes are so versatile, you can fish them anywhere. Now the thread I'm going to be using is the Fire Orange Uni, and it's in 6/0. I'm going to start at the end of the tube, just putting down a layer of thread. Just run it down, reasonably close turns all the way down. Don't worry if you miss one or two. Just using the waste piece to control the turns as I go. All the way down to maybe 2-3 mil from the actual holder itself. And then cut away the waste piece of thread. Now I'm going to use this is a holographic gold large. That's going to be on the body. It's a great colour, but not the strongest material in the world. So I'm going to use a medium gold wire to secure the body material. Prefer the wire to the oval tinsel. Find it lasts much longer if you do that. Simply I'm going to tie it the full length of the body so that I don't have any lumps or bumps. Catch it on the side and then take about at least a foot of the gold holographic from the spool. You don't want to be left short when you're winding this up. And again, I'm tying it the full length of the body. Catch it on the side, then quickly take a thread up, tying these in. If you do this, you'll end up with a much stronger body. Fly will last much longer. Just take your time. All the way up to about 4 mil or so from the end of the tube. And then wind up your gold holographic, slightly overlapping the last turn as you go. Just take your time. Now, the tube's in really secure with this tube fly tool, and you get really tight turns so you can. Like 3 or 4 turns, tie this in and trim away the excess. Now, with the wire, what I like to do at the back is wind at least 2-3 turns. This will help secure the back of the body, makes it much stronger. And then take it up all the way, ribbon the gold holographic, and then right at the very end, again 2 or 3 turns of wire. Bring the thread up beside the wire and then put a 90-degree bend into the wire. That makes it much tighter, secure rib. Put your way down. We'll bend and break away the wire, the excess, and back up. Now, there's 3 colours in the Willie Gunn. There's a nice bright yellow, hot orange, and black. There's last to go in. Now I like to sort of put the yellow and black on together. Now don't put too much hair on. The biggest problem you can have is overdressing the fly. Most questions I get asked is that the hair pulls out. The hair pulls out means there's too much on, or if the thread's falling off the end, again, too much. Now what I would recommend is if you're tying bigger flies, or Willie Gunns, that the bigger the fly, the more colour, meaning more yellow and orange and less black. And then the smaller sizes, that's the other way around, you'd add more black and less colour. Just line these up the best way you can. You could start them if you want it, but I don't. I just roll them to mix the fibres together and line up the ends. Just take your time. Now wing length, I like a good wing length in a fly. Normally I'd go twice the length of the tube I'm using, or the body length at least. So 1, that's 2, twice the length. Makes for a better fly if you do that. Don't have it tied there. Have it twice the length at least, around about that. Now, this is the way I put the hair on. Set it on top. Using the thread and my finger and thumb, encourage the fibres to run all the way around the tube and then tighten up 3 or 4 turns. At this point I'd check to see how well I've put this on, and that looks fine to me. Come in, take away the excess. Anything going forward at the end of the tube, trim it away. Just be careful of your thread. I'm not perfect, I've cut the thread before many times. Take your time. And then nice and tight, take your thread down the tube, then back up. Now if you're going to have a problem, you would have had it there. If you put too much hair on, it'd be slipping off. Now get your black bucktail. Now I'm not going to put a huge amount on. Just pull off some of the hair or cut away some of the hair. It's something you have to get the proportions or the colours mix that you like. I know some anglers that like more yellow than orange and vice versa, because I've caught many fish with more orange in the fly, so on. Having faith in the fly will always catch you more fish. And the gold Willie Gunn is a great fly to have. I wouldn't go anywhere without it. Any size, every size. Get the length you would like. Now I like the black slightly longer than the orange and the yellow. It tapers better, I reckon. It looks better to me. So anyway, there's the length I would like. Again, I set it on the top. And then really take my time, allow the thread to take bucktail all the way around. Once you're happy, then tighten up. And then pull the fibres round the tube, see how they're sitting. If you're happy again, just come straight in. Trim away all the excess, anything going forward of the tube, trim away. And then, again, tidy up. Take your thread down. The fire orange thread is giving colour to the head. You could use red varnish if you want, but I like the fire orange. It's a great colour. Now that fly is finished, you could use that as just the basic Willie Gunn, but that is a great fly in itself. If you want to put a wee bit more into the fly, you could put jungle cotton. I've got 2 eyes here, with obviously the same length. All I do is pull back what I don't need. Length of the eye is up to yourself. I could have a long eye or short. I like sort of medium, so halfway down or so the body. Just line them up. Now I'll fold one down each side. Come in with the thread, take the thread down, fold back the jungle cock hackles. I always have a couple of turns in front and then work my way up and over. Sometimes this could cause you a bit of problems, just take your time. There's a couple of tricks you could use. Zigzag the thread like this to cover and give you grip, and then keeping the thread tight, just forget everything just now, go straight in and wet finish. Just take your time, nice and tight, always tight. Come in, cut away the jungle cock, or sometimes it'll break away for you. It shows you how tight the thread turns are, because if they are tight you can do that. Then what I would do is, first coat would be super glue, or it's up to you, varnish, all the way around. Just take your time. Once that's dry, then I'd put in, or put on, a coat of varnish. A couple of coats would do. Now here's the finished one, which I've put the sleeve on. All I do is just slide the sleeve up, and that there will hold your treble, double, single, whatever you would like to use, straight. And when the fish takes, it slides out, and the tube slides out the way. And that there is a great fly to have in your box. It's a gold Willie Gunn.